Hey everybody, it's Kevin and
Wayne!
and welcome to another episode of More Than a Hobby. We're out here with
Butch.
Hey Butch, and Butch has invited us out to come and look at his cars. He's got multiple cars, so we're gonna look at a couple. And before we get started looking at the car, just tell me a little bit, how did you get started in cars?
Oh, I guess I've had hot rods since I was in high school, and in fact, I had my first car fixed up and sold before I ever had a driver's license.
Oh really? Yeah. What car was that, by the way?
It was actually a '57 Studebaker.
Oh wow!
And so I've just been playing with cars ever since, and I had a chance to buy a salvage yard, and I did that, and it's just been going ever since.
Wow, interesting. Long time. Yeah.
So there is oil in your veins.
Yeah, there definitely is.
Well, thanks for inviting us out on this nice, bright day and windy day to look at your car. So
You bet.
why don't we just start? Let's look at your car here.
Okay. This is kind of my favorite one. It's a '67 Nova that we built from the ground up. It's all updated, electronic, fuel injected, automatic overdrive. It's a cruiser, and it's kind of, like I say, it's my favorite one of them all, I guess. So, but
Tell me about the color. That is such a fantastic color with all the metallic in it.
it's actually a House of Colors color.
Wow.
They call it Galaxy Gray, and no offense to Ford, but at first when they give me the color, I told them I couldn't paint it that because they said it was Galaxy Gray, and I said I couldn't have a Ford
I
color.
understand. You probably wear a bow tie.
But then they told me it's because of the galaxy of the sky, all the stars and stuff, and that's why it was called Galaxy Gray.
I like it. That's really neat.
But-
There's always a story behind everything.
Right.
So back up to history a little more too. What was the car like when you first got it? I mean, was this like rusted all out, or was
it was actually pretty decent shape.
Okay.
There was no motor and tranny in it, of course.
All right.
And I bought it from a guy in Tremont. It had been sitting for quite a few years, and it actually sat in my shed for a few years before I got everything rounded up, what I wanted to do, and start putting it together. It took me about 3 years to actually build it.
Street rodding is a practice in patience.
Yeah. So
That is fantastic. And tell me now, most of the things stock, or is that an extra large engine in there?
it's big engine. It's 454. Fuel
Okay.
injected 454. It's got all aftermarket suspension, 4-wheel disc brakes.
Oh wow!
Like I say, it's made to go cruising. I've had it out to Deadwood twice. Drove it to the car show out in Deadwood.
So there was nothing like this in 1966.
No,
Seven. Excuse me. I'm sorry. My mistake.
1967. Yeah, they weren't set up like this. No.
Wow, this is fantastic.
And more on the outside, the chrome too. Was that all like this already, or did you replace all the chrome, or what?
Some of it's new, like along the bottom, but all the other chrome around the windows and stuff is all original.
Wow, this is
was it?
fantastic.
So,
This is a restoration.
Everything's GM on it except for the fenders and hood. Fenders and hood are aftermarket.
And fortunately, the paint is not Ford.
No, right.
Very good.
So tell us a little bit about the top here too. This has got a
I
texture.
had a vinyl top put on it, which they had factory. I didn't the first couple of years I had it done, and it was one day I just decided that it was something that I wanted to put back on it. So I had a guy from New Ulm that puts vinyl tops on.
Wow.
He come down right here in my shop and put it on for me.
Wow,
one day.
that is fantastic. Yeah.
So where do we start now? I want to go inside. I want to see the interior, and I want to see the motors. So where should we start, guys?
Well, let's definitely look at the motor.
Okay.
Wow. That is a beast.
It's basically, I kind of made it look stock,
Yeah.
you know, just by
That's-
looks, by going
That's
with the
that
orange
Chevy orange,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yeah, wow.
And stuff, but
And this big thing right here, that's for keeping the grasshoppers out?
yep, that's what keeps you guys.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I imagine this thing catches a few bugs when
Oh,
you get
yeah.
going.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
wow.
drive it everywhere.
So the metalwork on here, that's not original either, is it?
No,
I mean,
that's
there's more
all,
style on
that's
that?
all aftermarket with the front suspension that's put on it to make it handle-wise. It's got what they call a Mustang 2 front suspension. It's control arms are tubular A-arms with a rack and pinion steering.
So I've heard about that before. You can buy that separate and
Right.
then you mount it in,
Yeah.
it's welded in?
Yeah, these are actually bolted in out of Nova.
Bolted, okay.
Yep. They got a kit that actually bolts to the firewall, and then them bars are the strengthening of it.
Oh,
Where-
these here?
yeah,
Bar there?
yeah. So,
This is fantastic. Well,
And
tell
then-
us about your interior.
Well, before you go there, Wayne,
Okay.
I want to hear about this shiny. This isn't
Oh.
stock either, though, right?
no, that's aluminum to keep it cooler. It's an aluminum radiator. It helps keep it cooler and stuff. So
And then is this part of the cooling system too?
that's for automatic tranny. So that's what that's for. It's the transmission cooler to keep the tranny cool.
And this is a little different than I see in a lot of motors. This cover is really
that's,
unique.
That's actually factory.
That's
This
factory.
motor come out of a motorhome. Is what the motor come
Oh,
out
really?
of. And I bought it. It was brand new. I bought some motors and trannies from Winnebago Industries as they were prototype chassis.
So this motor wants to travel. It's in its DNA.
yeah.
Wow.
Right. So, but it is. It actually, that's the way it was factory. Like I say, it come out. A lot of people are confused with the injection system because the trucks and the cars look different
Sure.
than the motorhomes did.
Yeah.
So they don't understand where the motor came from.
And like all the extra little parts, yeah, everything's chromed off here, you know,
Yeah.
dipstick and all that. That's really a nice touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, really nice.
A labor of love.
That's right.
Very cool motor. Can we take a look inside
You
at
bet.
the interior?
Yep.
All right.
Open up that door and I'll go around this side.
Okay. Oh my gosh, look inside here, Wayne. What do you think?
This is awesome.
Isn't it? It is.
Oh, it's like going back to 1967 again.
Can I get in too?
You betcha.
All right.
Only his mother knew.
Wow. So, tell us about what you did in here.
Basically, I put all new door panels.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
had the seats recovered. Of course, the original seats, I had them recovered. Put a new headliner in it. Put a digital dash to
Oh.
match all the
I see.
to
Yeah.
match all the new electronic stuff that's on it. So, but
Oh, Butch, start it up. I want to hear it. Oh, mama.
Oh, I like that.
That's got to make your blood go.
That rumbles right to my bones right
Oh,
here.
I love it. I love it.
So next thing, you painted the dash too, right?
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah.
So you did all that. Yeah. I see the roof too up
Yeah.
here. The headliner is all
that's
redone.
all new. Yeah.
Did you have to replace the windshield, Butch?
Yeah, actually I've had it put in twice.
Oh.
When I built it, and one day I picked up a stone on a P-rock right in front of my face, down the road a mile. I left home and got hit by a P-rock a mile.
Isn't that
from the
how
road.
it goes?
So the steering wheel is really cool shape too. So that's connected to the Mustang assembly you talked
Right.
about,
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
So, yep.
and automatic.
Automatic overdrive, electronic shift. Yep.
It looks like you built this custom
Yeah.
around there too.
Yeah, I did that myself. Yeah.
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 A lot of talent. A lot of talent.
Well, thanks for bringing us in, and I can't hardly believe it, but there's more cool cars inside. So, like, what is this one all about?
This one's a 1924 Willys Overland, 100 years old this year,
Really?
and
Doesn't look
Yes,
like a day over 101. No.
yeah, right. I actually built this one right here where it's sitting. I painted it myself right here in this garage.
Oh, you did.
Did the whole works.
You did all this detail in the paint too?
Yeah, I did that all right here, sitting
Nice.
right where it's sitting right here.
Is that a Willys engine?
No, that's another 454 Chevy.
Oh,
Oh, you kind of like those, don't you?
I think I see a battery.
I do too. Yeah.
Over there.
Wow.
I actually had the lake in the front, so I made my own hood.
Oh, that's really neat.
Oh,
It opens backwards.
come and look at this. This is awesome.
But
Oh, wow.
yeah, I kind of like the big blocks.
That
A
is.
few of my friends call me Big Block Butch. So.
All right.
Yeah, I think you more than kind of like them. Yeah.
I got a pickup with a big block in it too. So
Really nice chrome on this one too. It's really,
Yeah.
it
Yep.
stands out.
yeah, more power than it needs again, of course, but it's kind of fun.
Can you spin the tires on this?
Real careful.
Okay, this is a lot of
He's
gold.
lucky to keep the
Barely-
tires on, but
You
he's
barely
not
touch-
on.
Barely
Yeah.
touch the ground. It's so light. You know, there's
wow.
no weight.
Bounces maybe? Yeah.
Well, there's no weight in the back, and you can spin the tires so easy. It's just all the weights up front, of course.
So tell me before we go on next thing, what's about the mufflers? They're wrapped, that's kind of different style.
I wrapped them. It's a heat wrap, so people don't touch them when you pull in. It's hot. I actually built the headers myself from the ground up. I had just tubes bent and added together and welded. And
So header is this, for our people maybe don't know, but a header is what part? Can you show 'em?
is this black part that's wrapped in the cloth.
Okay, yep.
And there is a muffler. It's only about that long,
Okay.
but there is a muffler in the pipe.
Right here, okay.
Glad it's not any longer than that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's this has got a 700 overdrive again, so it goes down the highway good.
I bet,
It's
yeah.
got the
really
Mustang 2 front end again.
good. The same.
Same kind of front end as
I bet you get a lot of looks when you drive this down the road.
yeah.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
That's
Well, I was over here looking and hey, what's the deal with all these here? Can we look at these? Tell me about these,
Sure.
Butch.
there's just a lot of hood ornaments off of different vehicles, some emblems. One day I've had them lay around. I got a shelf full, and I happened to have this piece of live edge wood in the other building, so I took and dug it out, and I actually the stand they're on are an old Ford Model A axle tubes, and I mounted it on that, and then I just started mounting them on there just to kind of display them a little bit, so I had a place to put them. So.
This is awesome. Everything just comes and falls in your lap.
I spend a lot of time out here. Some days I don't accomplish a whole lot, but I spend a lot of time out here. So this is another project car that I'm working on. It's a 57 Chevy, fuel injected, got motor tranny, rear end all in it. Just got to finish wiring and stuff like that. It came from Arizona, and it's just going to stay the way it is. I'm not going to paint it. It's going to be just kind of a daily driver. That's what it is. So,
Wow.
so,
Wait a second. Where do they put the gas in this car?
they kind of got a little hidden
Oh,
spot there where
That is
comes
cool.
up through. So
All right. Wow, Butch, what is this?
this one's a 29 Chevy pickup. Of course, it was originally a farm truck, and I actually bought it from a guy partway done, and it wasn't a wrecker. I made a wrecker out of it just because I wanted something different and kind of go in line with my business. And so the guy that started building it hurt his hip, and he couldn't work on it anymore. And so I bought it from him and finished it up.
Hey, Butch, tell me about all this stuff in here.
Well, this is just another garage that I have with toys. Basically die-cast cars. 90% of them are all to deal with an automotive product, gas and oil, Snap-on, Mac, Big A, parts dealerships and stuff like that is what just about every one of the die-cast cars are all.
There is a
All for
lot
us.
here.
Yeah,
You didn't start this collection yesterday.
no, I've been doing it for a long time, so it's kind of fun.
Tell me about all those plaques up there on the wall.
Them are the Borderline Cruiser Car Club plaques. I got the very first one, which was very rare, but I got them all from day one. One of the few people that have them all.
So if the shed catches on fire, you're saving them.
Somehow or another, we're going to try.
Tell me about all this stuff, too.
Just a lot more die-cast toys. I got a lot of Hallmark pedal cars. I used to have real pedal cars. I had 100 of them at one time, and I've sold them off. But this is called my Snap-on room. All the die casts basically came through Snap-on tools. Most of them. I mean, there's a few that I filled in just to fill holes in, but all the collectible stuff is all through Snap-on tools. So,
Butch, you still use that wrench up there?
no, I don't use that anymore. It's too heavy for me. I can't handle it.
Do you have a favorite?
Yes.
Oh, you have a favorite. What-
Red, yellow's
I
my
wasn't
favorite
asking
color.
you, but yeah.
Yellow's
yeah.
my favorite color.
Yellow. So you like this yellow one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Butch, you have any favorites?
Not really too many of them, I guess, to pick out a favorite. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at them all.
Those are antique pop bottles up there too.
Yeah, they're all from Fairmont. They're like Crystal Bottling Company. Used to be in Fairmont here. So. Everything on that top shelf is Fairmont stuff. So.
Wow, what a collector. What a collector. Awesome.
Yeah. So this has been me. I'm Kevin. You
I'm
are.
Wayne.
And
Butch.
And Butch. So that concludes another episode of More Than a Hobby. We'll see you next time.